It's your boy Al King with Storm Dagger Films, back on that again with another banger for y'all today. And y'all, you know I got my girl Black Widow up here in the building. Say hey, Black Widow. Black Widow says, hey y'all, nice and thick, ain't she y'all? Getting bigger out there. Speaking of getting bigger, your boy has been hitting that gym. In fact, I had hit that gym today, y'all. I'll tell y'all, I know I'm a little fluffy today, but all I gotta say is, hey, toxic masculinity acquired and assembled for today, and we are going to transcend that energy into this video. We're going to have a blast with this one here, y'all. But guys, we got to talk about this movie right here I seen the other day. Now I know I usually talk about a lot of Marvel superhero content for the most part on my channel, but I do like to mix it up with some, movie reviews, and movies like this I love to put on the spotlight. And guys, we got to talk about this film by the Daily Wire. Am I racist? And on top of that, I'm a black dude, just seen it, so I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on this. Now, I will gotta warn you, there will be spoilers. It might be a little sensitive for certain people, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to have fun with this video. Let's go into it. So first thing first, Am I Racist by the Daily Wire. You know guys, the Daily Wire in general, I made a video back a few years ago. I can't remember when I made it, but it was after Run, Hide, Fight, when they made that first film ever, the Daily Wire. In my head, I was just like, you know what? This studio one of these days might potentially start to take over Hollywood. Not just them, but recently I made a video a few months ago about Angel Studios. And I also think Angel Studios is going to start taking over Hollywood, with their methods and just, their type of films that they're going for. Like, I really enjoy their stuff. Keep it up, Daily Wire, and keep it up, Angel Studios. But, man, this is a good one right here. Am I racist? Oh, man. So I watched this movie here last night, and I laughed. I laughed so many times. The amount of... Because, like, at first when I watched it, I was just like... My literally immediate thought was like, there is no way in hell they had scripted this. Impossible. Ain't that right, Black Widow? In fact, hold on. Black Widow, are you racist? Is Black Widow racist, y'all? Nah. She's super friendly. Never bit me. So, she can't be racist. But anyway, this film made me laugh a lot. And I was just like, there is no way in hell that this was scripted. No way. Maybe a few parts. But I don't think a lot of this film was scripted. And, even listening, see how the process of making this film and learning about how Matt Walsh, how he got this film all together, I said, okay, I see what you did there. Hey, man, I want to see more stuff like this. He killed it with this one. This is a funny movie that everybody should go see. Not because it's funny, yeah, it is funny, but also Matt Walsh, he touched on so many topics that just made me be like, wow, I never really seen it from that perspective. Wow, I didn't even know this really exists, which are some certain things I'm going to go into later on in the video. But, he did a really good job at touching on a lot of different things. And on top of that, seeing, there were some gnarly scenes where I would just ain't no way. But, yeah, props out to Matt Walsh. I was really astonished at what they pulled off with the Daily Wire. There was some things I would like to see more, introduced and put into the film. But for what we got, it was great. And I honestly think no matter your skin color, no matter what you are, black, white, brown, blue, a python, go ahead and go out and go see this movie. Because, I think everybody should go see it. Seriously, guys. Because, it's going to really open your mind, because a lot of people, especially here in America, is very closed-minded. I don't meet a lot of well-rounded, open-minded, like-minded people like myself who are out here nowadays. Now, don't get me wrong. This movie still does mention that, yes, racism is still out there. By all means, yeah, it's definitely out there, hands down. Now, I will say this real quick. America is far from a utopia, and one of the biggest things I really cannot stand about this country is the lack of respect for people who have a different set of opinions. When you go outside the societal norms, or even if you is a part of the societal norms, you say one thing that's really different and outlandish, or move a certain type of way that people just don't understand, you offend everybody and you just get absolutely ridiculed. Now there's plenty of things in people's lifestyles that I just don't agree with. For example, take the alphabet community for example. Now, I understand that, hey, we live in a time where we got a great divide between men and women. For the first time in history, nobody's really having families and kids like that. It's really going downhill here in America. But looking at the alphabet community, I can kind of understand, why would you want to, go mess with the opposite when you could just stick with the same that already knows you. I can kind of take a step back and be like, you know what? I can kind of understand why they move like that. Especially in a time like this when everything's going downhill, the great divide between men and women, men hating on women, women hating on men, everything's backwards. Masculinity in man is going out the window. Femininity in woman is going downhill drastically and in real time as we speak. So I can't get too mad for people saying, hey man, I'm gonna go swing for the other team. Now, will you ever catch Al King over here swinging from the other team? Fuck no. I love me some women, especially from the age range of 35 to 41 years old. I'll tell you, if you a young man that's never experienced having an older woman by your side, I'll tell you, hey, you want to get spoiled like really good as a young man? Give older women a shot, my personal opinion. Nothing against women, in my generation, but I ain't gonna lie, older women just hit differently. And then on top of that, when your boy decides to get married, preferably, I want to get me about 2 wives. I'll tell y'all, this bloodline is going to be like Avengers level. I mean, it's going to be a super same bloodline. I mean, boy, I'll tell you, that's going to be a fantastic time to be alive. 2 awesome wives by my side, and then on top of that, a dope bloodline. Now, a lot of people will look at that statement I just said and be like, in fact, I had women call me this personally in the past when I tell them these things. They'd be like, Al, you just want to be a future cult leader, don't you? I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be no cult leader. I just look at the situation like this. I'm seeing America, how expensive it's getting. 3 incomes in a household. 2 awesome women that loves you. Hey, that would go pretty savage. And then on top of that, I ain't gonna lie, that'll be the biggest flex too in my family. Imagine pull it up on Facebook. Now, I don't know why on earth, having multiple wives isn't legal yet. Everything else is legal. But, you want a big family like that? Oh, hold on, we gotta draw the line there, sir. But, you see what I mean? Everybody moves different, and people can't just take a step back and be like, why does this person move this way? Why do they think like that? And then when I break them down and just give them examples with facts behind it, people still are just like, no, we don't buy this. It's hilarious to me. But anyway, back to the video. Let's get on into this, guys. But you can still prosper and you can still thrive nicely, But a lot of people live on the internet. A lot of people see one thing and they run with it. And also on top of that, this film does a great job at showing off how the media treats race in America. Like it's a major epidemic, worse than, back in the day, no. But yeah, a big issue here in America right now is just the mainstream media, just freaking putting everybody against each other. It just crazy, not sharing the full story. You have to do all your research yourselves. That's another thing a lot of Americans got to get better at. Do more of your own research so you don't look like a dumbass out here. So, man, this film touched on so many key points where I was just like, man, great job. Matt Walsh, The Daily Wire, all you guys, really great job. And now let's talk about some crazy scenes that really had me like, whoa, I didn't even know that was a thing. They went on white guilt. So basically, now I get it. America has a dark history. Absolutely. Everybody already knows that. But I didn't know people walk around with, that type of guilt, on white guilt. I didn't even know that was a thing until I watched this movie. And I was just like, dang man, like it's like that, because they showed one scene where even though Matt Walsh was just acting, you know, there was the reparation scene, and Matt Walsh, he felt really bad. And he said, hey man, you know, out of the kindness of my heart, I know it's not much, but you know, I do feel this is my duty as a white person, something like that. And he just gives the black dude money, and then he tells the other person, I think her name was like Robin, I can't remember her name. Dang, I forget this woman's name, but yeah, she wrote a book about it. It's crazy. You have to watch it to believe it, but yeah, he had her like literally giving out reparations to the black dude, even though she thought it was weird at first. So like, it was pretty interesting to see, and it was cool to see Matt Walsh trying to learn, not learn the side of anti-racism, and then learning, you know, just a side of just unity. And he went out to the country, like literally he went out to the sticks, and he said, hey, you know, like these people are dope out here, black, white, everybody, you know. And also, like, even my personal experience, when I went through like the country area, because I drove from Florida to Texas, where I live now, and when I was coming to places like Alabama and a few other places, like I was like, I don't know, we're gonna see what happens here, but it was just absolutely peaceful. Like, it was the most peaceful experience ever. Great people and everything, you know. So it just goes to show you, more and more people need to get outside their comfort zone and stop just thinking solely about the past, and then on top of that, solely looking at, you know, just like everything that what you see on the internet. Like, no, get out there, get some experiences, go out there in the real world. Are you gonna come across some weird stuff at times? Absolutely, that's everybody, hands down for sure. But that's not everybody's lives. Like, no, it's just not. But yeah, guys, get out there and go explore. You know, don't rely off of all that stuff. He touched on so many points, Matt Walsh, and I just want to give him a round of applause for that. I really hope, you know, this movie does really, really well, and, you know, makes bank. Daily Wire, they got a bright future ahead of them, and as a black person who watched this movie, I can honestly say I recommend everybody to go watch it. And there's this one funny scene with Jussie Smollett when they recreated, you know, that whole incident that was, you know, that big hoax that found out that it was all fake, that he had drew up. Yeah, that was hilarious. So you're gonna laugh pretty insanely, and I wish I saw this movie when it first came out, because man, I know that theater audience would have been crazy. And man, like, guys, give this movie a shot. Give it to everybody. I don't care who you are. Check it out. But guys, it's your boy Al King with Storm Dagger Films, and if Python lives matter, hit the Cash App below. We greatly appreciate it. Ain't that right, Black Widow? Al King and Black Widow will definitely appreciate it. But guys, y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe, share. We'll be catching you on the next one. And let me know what you guys think about the movie. Am I racist? And by the way, I give this movie a 8 out of 10. I do wish they would have went more into like the inner cities and stuff like that and got, you know, that type of perspective. But I understand why Daily Wire probably wouldn't want to do that because of the danger factor to it. Understandable, but I would have loved to see that type of aspect too add into the play. But y'all have a good one, y'all. Y'all take it easy.